love that I'm just sitting here clinging to a notebook like I'm Harriet the Spy. I feel insane.
I put it on the back of my electricity bill. It's like I'm a mom doing the grocery list.
These are our groceries, basically.
The Super Bowl is coming up, and with another year of football comes another year of show-stopping halftime performances. At least that's what we expect to see at halftime.
Yeah, and while we have no idea what stunts this year's performer Usher will pull on stage, we do have lots of opinions about previous performances. That's why today we'll be making a definitive list of the top 10 best Super Bowl halftime performances of all time. Now, Ira, what do you look for in a halftime performance?
I'm looking for who really has that charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
How did you come up with this rubric?
Serve me cunt.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
All right.
Okay?
And nobody does that like Tom Petty.
Why do you think he's breaking all these hearts?
Good point. I think you and I have talked about this before. When you're just sitting around with your friends watching YouTube videos before you go out, somehow this became the premier genre of things we are sure to keep rewatching. Like beating Grammy performances and the like by far. Why do you think that is?
Well, I have a very simple and succinct reason why. They're long.
That's true. Yes, and you get one artist doing multiple songs. So it's the
Yes.
vibe goes on.
All right. I think it's time to give the girls the list. This is what they came for.
Precisely. Number 10, we have Tom Petty. That's Tom Petty, not Mrs. Petty, Nicki Minaj. Different person.
She should have married him.
I know. It makes so much sense.
Tom Petty and the Barbs. I would have loved to see that tour.
I'm annihilated. I'm ready. Again, straight people got to gather around and enjoy something. It may as well be this guy with straw hair.
At number 9, we have the boss, Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen, up until the Madonna performance, is exactly the ideal person you want in that sphere. Everybody knows those songs. Your dad will burst into tears in the middle of the football game and then get to wipe them by the time the game resumes. You know, there's just something about how he connects everybody and also connects everybody while not forfeiting any of his pretty righteous stances. Like, this is like a straight up liberal dude, you know, so I'm psyched that he was that good.
I love Bruce Springsteen. No man fills out jeans like him. Okay?
Jesus Christ.
Paul Mescal.
Take notes. Maybe if you were born in the USA, you would wear those fucking jeans correctly, Paul. He'll never not be good. You could watch him at Wrigley Field right now and he'll still be amazing. Number 8, Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce. Let me say this. Beyonce, that's the best Beyonce's backup dancers have ever looked. And of course, you could do a top 100 of that. Like, they always are like dressed to the nines, whatever. Beyonce, obviously, 10 out of 10. Bruno Mars did a little hop, skip, and a jump. We love that.
It's nice to watch the dance battle between them, too. Most of the YouTube clips of it, too, start with Beyonce appearing. And so it's funny when you put that one on at a party or pregame or something, and then Chris Martin wanders in at the end to sing with her and Bruno Mars, and you're like, oh, wait, he was there.
The problem with that performance is it's too short. I feel like it feels like it's 5 minutes long.
Here's the problem with that performance. It is not for the non-Coldplay girlies. But as you know, I stan Chris Martin.
Yeah. Do you stan him in a Super Bowl size context, though?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I love me some Chris. Call me Beyonce. I love me some Chris Martin. Okay? She loves that man.
Beyonce? This is me calling you Beyonce.
She Google photos of Chris Martin and Beyonce. Okay? They are cozied up.
Of course, also Bruno Mars doing the thing he does best, which is kind of looking like a 78-year-old woman as he boogies his ass off. You're like, is that Lena Horne?
I will also say that this is an iconic Super Bowl because it is, if we're talking about Super Bowl 2013, where Beyonce was at her peak, okay? This Super Bowl, the hoes were mad.
Because?
It is crazy to you remember her stepping out in the Black Panther
look
and
course.
How much furor we got after that? White people were losing their minds.
Which is crazy because I feel like white people should have just been like, oh my God, it looks amazing, and then stop there. But of course, you got to write something for salon.com the next day. Beyonce, obviously, 10 out of 10. Just needs to be a little longer. Number 7.
I picked NSYNC and Aerosmith and Britney and Nelly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what that is? It's very the VMAs.
I think that the Aerosmith performance with NSYNC and then adding Britney Spears, Nelly, Mary J. Blige, I think that is so quintessentially American. I think you look at
Joan Didion. What is this? Go on.
You've got every facet of music sort of represented here. It's for everyone.
Yeah, true.
It's one that I love throwing on for people who don't remember it or have never seen it before. People in their 20s. You put that on and people are shocked. They think it's just an NSYNC and Aerosmith show. And then when everyone else starts coming out, they're like, what? Nelly rushing out. I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicure toes. Like, it is America, okay?
Your country grammar, I have to say, was on point. I have to say. You also forget that Mary J. Blige has been in 2 Super Bowl performances. And also that at the time NSYNC was peaking, Aerosmith was equally as unavoidable. They were like the definitive legacy rock act that was still on the charts. Yes, exactly. And then like Jaded and that follow-up album, they were all equally gigantic acts. It's kind of crazy that they got them all together. And that was, of course, during the era when no matter who you were, and I always bring this up in terms of Britney's Oops, I Did It Again Satisfaction VMA performance, you had to wear bootcut pants no matter what, even if it was a nude outfit. So the illusion was that Britney Spears had a bootcut body. Anyway, shocking.
And let us not forget the sock on her hand.
Right, yes.
And she comes out doing Walk This Way.
Which is very cute.
Yeah.
Maybe not as good as Run DMC, but we enjoy the effort. Next.
We have Katy Perry at 6. And you know what? This might actually be her best performance ever.
I agree. Everything was like cartoonishly realized. I will say it's her best televised performance outside of her Vegas residency is the best thing she's ever done. If you haven't seen that, she may still be there. I think she's actually sentenced there for life as a prisoner.
Adele escaped.
Yeah,
she's going to Germany.
But what I want to say about Katy Perry, just solid entertainment beginning to end. Again, huge radio hits. Mm-hmm. It is the accidental bad decision she made to bring out Missy Elliott, who just immediately was more eye-popping than she was.
She annihilates her.
Yes, right. The smile on her face, the choreography, the way she waves at the crowd and the crowd is instantly on her side. It was also so smooth it felt like that part was pre-taped, but I assume it wasn't.
I feel like that was the first time we really experienced as culture the media the next day doing that thing that they always do where it's who is Missy Elliott, an explainer of the surprise guest at Katy Perry's show. Like, so I feel like since then we always get an article like that, and it's always, who is this person? We know who this person is. At 5 we have Madonna.
Madonna, I will say, kind of set the blueprint for what we now understand as a Super Bowl performance. The way it basically is not canted towards the audience at the Super Bowl at all. It's entirely towards the home viewer. You know, there is some epicness to the performance, but really it's a big staged spectacle for the camera. My thing with the Madonna's performance is if it was all as good as the beginning Vogue part, it would probably be up higher on my list. But the choreography when it gets into Give Me All Your Lovin', I think is okay. The choreography when it gets into music and they're just on those blank bleachers and a couple of the sideshows that come in during the LMFAO part. And I do love the part when she does the kind of LMFAO breakdown dance. I think that's fun. But I feel like that's not as good as the beginning or the end of the performance when she gets to Like a Prayer.
I really just sort of love it, you know? I think it's...
she looks amazing.
Fun. She looks great. Video you could throw on, too, for someone who isn't necessarily thinking that they're a Madonna stan, and then they watch it, and they're like, oh, no, this is fucking great. The stamina there, Nicki coming out, pre-perks.
Yes. She's on the rails in this performance. We'll remember this as part of that era. Icon doing the Super Bowl and changing it forever, honestly.
Then at 4, we have Lady Gaga. It is so interesting because I feel like it's such an amazing performance, and obviously we have it ranked so high, but it's not even up there in like the top of her performances, I would say.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think anybody has better prepared for an award show than Lady Gaga. Literally every time she's performing, you know you're going to get something captivating and truly weird for the space that it is in. Even think of her Oscars performance last year of that Top Gun song. What the fuck? Just the stripped down weird choice she made. She is allergic to normalcy, and I will always appreciate that about her. I knew from the minute she started that performance she would be captivating. She just thought of every second of it, and she maintained the thing about her that I still consider her critical element, which is funny. When Lady Gaga came out, she was funny. And then, like, the self-seriousness set in around Born This Way, as it should. She became an unbelievably important artist. It was time to be unbelievably important and know that about herself. But at the same time, like, the catching the football as she jumps into the pit, the
hilarious.
Yes, the jumping at the beginning where she just leaps off the thing and into the Super Bowl and then scurries down like a scary spider thing from The Exorcist. Funny.
Her "This Land Is Your Land" moment?
Yes, right. Yes. Unexpected. A little self-important, but we enjoy it.
She is really an artist in that, like, she always take you on a journey.
Yeah, right.
It's never just one note that you're getting from her. Like, she, at least in her head, like, it is always act 1, 2, 3.
Yes, right. And also, how good is this performance? It's number 4 on this list of legends, even though it includes Million Reasons. That's how good it is. That I could forgive that part. And Era.
I really hate that song.
It's just nothing. She's a good ballad writer, actually. It's just not one of her best ballad moments.
Okay, we've got 3, JLo and Shakira. What a duo. They should solve crimes.
First of all, it's a surprising combination. No one ever expected them to perform together. You get hits on both sides, but you also get added entertainment value, like Shakira drumming at one part, JLo being on the pole, the Spanish-style dancing that comes in later on. Just things you would not get in any other combination of performers you got with these two. And also, it's the rare performance that accelerates from beginning to end. By the end, they have really fucking thudded you with entertainment. And it's really... It's just a climactic ending to a performance as opposed to just a bunch of songs we like in a row.
Shakira is so iconic, and I'm really sad that she's not performing at Coachella. She was rumored to be, and it didn't work out because I just feel like I want to see Shakira in that space. I want to see her live. I want to see her outside. I just want to be taken in. You know? I want to see her breasts that are not as large as mountains, you know?
She is the hottest, goofy person who ever lived. She is downright goofy. I mean, the idea that She-Wolf was performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. I mean, just a song for... I mean, like, I would describe it as a horse girl song. It's like a drama club weirdo song. There's a she-wolf in the closet, and now I'm going to make noises like the wolf. I mean, what is wrong with her? Or right with her?
I mean, top 10 lyrics in pop music is starting to feel just a little abused, like a copy machine in an office.
Yeah, come on, 9 to 5. Yes. This is lycanthropy. Somebody got out the encyclopedia. It's such a fabulous showing. Like, you almost had to stand up and cheer at the end of it. They were spellbinding and looked simply fantastic.
At 2, we have Prince.
Arguably a good musician.
The Night He Walked on Water?
Right.
He's performing in Miami then. It is raining.
Yes, degree of difficulty.
And I'm going to give you this quote from Bruce Rogers, the production designer of the Super Bowl halftime show that year. Don Misher, the broadcast producer, said, "Put me on the phone with Prince." And Don said, "Prince, I want you to know it's raining." And Prince said, "Yeah, it's raining." And Don said, "Are you okay with that?" And Prince said, "Can you make it rain harder?"
You can't get over also how funny Prince is. He's such a little imp. In the most literal sense of the word. Here comes this 3'8" little bitch. I mean, I love it.
But also, when you're an artist of that caliber, when you're like that girl, when you're a legendary, you love rain. I feel like performers of that caliber love the rain because they're like, yeah, I'm going to go and fuck it up even harder.
Yeah, you get to tap into the superhuman. Like, your pop status elevates when you do something like that. I also think I needed something to represent the era before Madonna changed the Super Bowl halftime show, somewhere at the top of the list. It's just a different world of entertainment, more standard concert fare. And Prince, I mean, the songs one at a time are each individually unbelievably memorable. Some emotional performances. Purple Rain is an incredibly emotional song. But just like the showmanship, the musicianship. Again, I've said it before. It's like if Mozart could jump into the splits.
And then, of course, we've got Beyoncé at number 1.
I think it's the only Super Bowl halftime show that has the stamina of a great football game. Because Beyoncé is like if Tina Turner were struck by lightning. You won't believe how fast she goes. She outlasts the crowd. Also, everybody knows all those songs. The bringing out the girls, that is a fabulous feeling. So there's lots of like various things happening in the show. She's eye-popping. She also, it's just a complete production that is unlike something you would see at the Grammys or in any other performance space of Beyonce's. So it was tailored to the space it was in. It was essentially her. It is unbelievably energetic, and it's hard to pick anything else as number 1, I think.
Everybody was talking about Beyonce that year constantly. And that performance, unmatched.
Let's talk about some of the performances that didn't make our list. Diana Ross, Michael Jackson. Well, as you know, they're bad performers. I'm kidding. The deal is I can think of more iconic things they've done than these Super Bowl performances. I don't think anybody would say these are definitive moments for them. Like Michael Jackson doing Man in the Mirror that one year at the Grammys. That alone, I think, towers over this performance.
Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick, Mary J., all my brothers.
A little slow for me. I thought it was going to have more like oomph.
Shocking when Eminem was just like one of the best parts of it. Not that it should be shocking. I do love Emmy. But, Mary J was back doing her step.
I expected the dancery, and I got the snoozery.
It was the siestery. Maroon 5, abysmal.
Oh, yeah.
Go back and listen to the Keep It archives if you want to hear us talking about the Maroon 5 Super Bowl at the time. But I outed myself as a Maroon 5 stan.
Right.
And then Adam Levine did that to me.
Yeah, you stuck your neck out.
Felt like his wife.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm a Weeknd apologist. I fucking love me some Weeknd, okay?
The songs are what it's like.
But I hate that performance.
Yeah.
And I defended it afterwards, and I feel like maybe I was just trying to be contrarian in the moment because, truth be told,
it's
I
never
don't
been
watch
done.
it.
I can't believe you would do that. Go ahead. I feel like he went with a sort of experimental style. The darkness of it is fun to watch. It's sort of a cinematic vibe. And I feel like he's not really a Super Bowl type performer. I know he's like the most popular artist of all time if you look at Billboard or whatever.
I don't know. I don't watch that performance back.
Right.
So that's
I don't
why
crave
it's
it.
not.
Yeah, it's not on the playlist. It's not on the playlist.
The Black Eyed Peas.
Now, as you know, I believe their music is somebody took a calculator and threw it down the stairs. Why would you say this belongs in the top 10?
Maybe because I constantly feel like these chickens are jockeying my style.
Oh, right.
The Black Peas is Americana, okay? The Black Eyed Peas invented hyperpop.
Kind of.
There's a reason Charlie, A.G. Cook, like the girls revere the Black Eyed Peas. They were doing it. Okay? They also did Let's Get It Started there, and you know how much I love that song. Original version. U2 at its 9/11 tribute. Okay.
Imagine watching that again. Put on that 9/11 tribute again. Nobody wore more shiny pleather than Janet Jackson.
Even with the scandal of the boob popping out, I thought it was a really good halftime show.
Also, the comedy of them pretending that moment wasn't staged when the literal lyric is, I'm going to have you naked by the end of this song. Girls, I can hear it. I can hear the song. I'm not saying you should have been crucified or whatever went down should have gone down, but I'm like a detective. I heard the song.
Never seen breasts before.
No,
America.
And, of course, Rihanna. Here's the thing. Perfectly enjoyable performance. 1, it is too short. And 2, it is lacking in an indelible moment. Other than the staging, which had a Super Smash Brothers vibe to it, what else am I taking away from this performance? She looks great. Good to see her again. That's my review of the performance. Good to see her again.
I feel like the whole Rihanna performance was basically everyone excited that she was performing again.
Yeah.
We carried a lot of energy into the performance that isn't necessarily on the stage because I also don't really rewatch the Rihanna performance. Let us know what other pop culture moments you want us to rank in the comments below, whether it be award show moments, reality shows, top 10 times these girls were jockeying my style.
Well, we better make it a top 100 if we want it to be comprehensive.
All the times that I was so 3008 and Louis was 1948, Oscar ceremony.
And Best Picture then was Hamlet. It was a good year for the Oscars. You make jokes. It was good.